did this the Cowboy Vittle way. Welcome back to another version of Cowboy Vittles, the way we used to eat in the old days and stuff. Now, as you know, I'm kind of an old fart, and I'm used to not going to the restaurants. I'm not used to buying all this food in the stores. Today what we're going to do, because we like green chili in our foods, we like to have it on our tamales, our enchiladas, our empanadas, and we even like it on our eggs. So I'm going to show you how we do it. Now everyone does it a little bit different, you know, as far as how they cook it up. But this is our way. Now what you're going to need today to get this going is you're going to need a whole bulb of garlic. Go ahead and peel them puppies down. Then you're going to need, and it doesn't matter if it's white, red, or yellow onions, you're going to need a whole, there just went my statue, which I got from my mama. Let me set that back up there. You're going to need a whole onion and such that you can go ahead and put in there. You're going to need a big thing of, now I know there's a lot of different peppers you can use. You can use Anaheims, you can use jalapenos, you can use whatever. We're using jalapenos, but we're going to go ahead and slice them puppies open. And we're going to take out the stem. We're going to take out a lot of the seeds because, let's face it, my wife and children, they don't like a lot of hot stuff in their food. Now you're also going to need some cilantro, and I kind of overdid this on the cilantro. We're not going to use that much. The next thing you're going to need is you're going to need the tomatillos, because you got to have that. And then the last thing you're going to need is some salt. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start cutting up our jalapeno peppers. Basically, I've got my water boiling. We're going to cut off the ends on each one of these puppies. And I'm using my hunting knife because it's a nice firm grip in my hand, and it's actually fairly sharp. Now let me show you how I'm cutting that down there, folks. We're cutting off both the ends there, and we're taking that knife, and hopefully I don't cut a digit off in the meantime. Now I'm going to take my little paring knife, and I'm going to go ahead and cut the vein out of it. And I'm going to cut some of that seed out of it because, you know, my wife, she don't like that stuff. My kids don't like it either, though I don't mind it as bad. Let's go ahead and get this all going. Alright folks, we've got all of our jalapeno peppers. They're simmering in this hot bath. Guess what? After 10 or 15 minutes at our elevation, and I recommend you check out what it takes in your area, whether you're at sea level, if you're in plains area, or if you're in mountain levels. Here is going to take 15 to 20 minutes. What we are looking for is we want this to soften up just a bit, but not to cook up fully. But we're about done with our cooking of the chilies and stuff, the jalapenos. Now what we're going to do next, we're going to go ahead and take some of these tomatillos, and we don't have a lot of them that we're going to use right now, but we're going to go ahead and slice down just the end piece, and you're going to hear some noise. Now, as you know, I don't like them newfangled gadgets with all the electricity because I like to do things the old way. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring out the food chopper. And I'm going to slice these down just a little bit more. Let me go ahead and throw this last one in here, and then we'll get the rest of the stuff going. Now my wife, she giggles her butt off because, you know, I like to sing. I like to twist up words on some of the old songs that I used to know. And so I'm going to give you a rendition of one of the ones that I actually grew up on. Put another log on the fire. Cook me up some green chili sauce. I need some more 4 empanados, tamales, and enchiladas. And guess what, folks? In a couple days after this is done, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do on it. I'm going to can some of it, but I'm going to also refrigerate some of it, and we're going to make some enchiladas. So I hope you join us again and stuff. So watch as we go ahead and get the rest of this done. Now I went ahead and I put up some of these tomatillos and stuff, because as you folks know, I don't like all these electrical gadgets. I don't wear my glasses as much as I should. And my wife gets a little bit frustrated with me because I'm about half blind. So we got that. We've got our garlic and stuff that we're going to go ahead and throw in there as well, which is a whole bulb, because we're going to be making a lot of that. Now I'm going to show you something else here, which you have to have when you're doing your green chili sauce. You have to have your onion. Let's keep throwing this in here. We ain't done yet, folks. Almost so. Gee. Sorry, Nene. I didn't mean to make that mess. I just throw the rest of that in there. The heck with it. Kick that out of the way. All right, now let's go ahead and. Are you ready for some noise? It's getting ready to happen. Oh no! Yep, it's getting there. Yep, she's ready. Now what we're gonna do, as I told you, we went ahead and cooked up our jalapeno peppers. Oh crap, Well, you know what? I just made one heck of a mess on the table there, because I was trying to show you folks what the chili peppers came out like, the jalapenos, and I tilted it because I couldn't get a good enough angle and stuff on it. But they're done. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to go ahead and pop these puppies out of here, and I'm going to put them in my mixing bowl so they can drain off just a tad bit. Here's the stuff. Now, dude, that hurt their ears, didn't it? Let's get this bowl out of here. And let's get this hot plate out of the way. Alrighty, we got all of our ingredients done up and stuff. Our jalapenos are ready to go into the blender, that funny thing that is electrical that I don't really like. But, ooh, gee, Merry Christmas, those things are still a little bit warm. What we're going to do is we're going to throw this in here and we're going to blend them up. Nene, I think I might want to have one of these myself before I do blend them up. Now, what we're going to do, this is getting noisy, folks. That's the reason I don't like these darn things. We're going to blend this up a little bit because we're going to add on some of the other ingredients we got. Let's get it done. I got to dance to this thing. Even though it's irritating, I got to still dance to it. How in the heck do you turn this thing off, Nene? My God, that is irritating to my ears, but it sure makes me dance. It ain't doing it. That's why I don't like these newfangled gadgets. But I guess what? here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna throw a little bit of water in here because we'll need that anyway. Let's go ahead and get this going. Are you sure this is the button I need for this thing? All right, Nene, I'm trusting you. Slide that out of the way so you can see this thing. Let me get that out of the way too. Let's turn that thing off. Oh my God, I need some aspirin or something. Poke that down there. Now what we're going to do, and I know I overdid it, we need some cilantro in here. And there's a stem there I don't need. Let's throw that in there. You know, my dad, he don't like cilantro in his salsa or anything else like that. And there's a lot of folks that are like that. Myself, I do. And I think it spices up the food. Now what we're going to do, you remember all that onion and tomatillo and stuff that we chopped up? Guess what? Let's get her in there. Oops, sorry, Nene. Making another mess for you. Get that out of the way. Well, no, there's a little bit more, and I ain't wasteful. Boom. Now let's see what happens. Little bit more cilantro. You can't have enough, in my opinion. I gotta, you know, that's the thing about doing these things. I need to use my glasses periodically. There we go. I got her rocking and rolling now, folks. I tell you what. Even a blind squirrel gets a nut now and then. And I'm blind as a bat. Now what button did I push to do that on? Doggone it. There we go. Hey, we're cooking now, folks. Fun. What happened there? Jiminy Christmas. All of a sudden that thing just went on to high speed. That's why I don't like these new gadgets. But you know, when our parents, our grandparents, and our ancestors were cooking, they didn't have all this fancy gadgets. And I like to do it the old way. Ooh, by golly, I tell you what, she's done. And you know what, it's not like that store-bought stuff that you buy that'll cost you $3 or $4 or $5 a can. It's nothing but liquid. You have a little bit of substance here. You have a little bit of flavor. And guess what? It didn't cost me that much to do this, just a little bit of my time. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Oh! All right, folks, we went ahead and finished blending our ingredients all together. This is the final process. It's not that juice that you find out of a can. It's flavorless. You know what? This is going to be a delicious recipe. And unlike that store-bought stuff that you buy, there's nothing but juice. And no, Nene, I'm not going to spill it all over the table again. But you have some substance, you have some flavor. Now we just have one last thing that we have to do to make this righteous. We're going to add in, and it depends upon you, because some people, they can't handle salt. Some people are diabetic or whatever. Maybe they have high blood pressure. So you're going to have to adjust your own salt to your liking, your taste, and everything else like that. Myself, I don't mind having a liberal sprinkling of that in there. That's about enough for me. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to stir that all around. Now let's give it a taste test. She should be about ready. Yep. I tell you what, I've got some pork chops that I've taken out of the fridge earlier this morning, thawed them out, and guess what? We're going to go ahead and put some of that on here. Now I've got enough that now it's time to go ahead and get into pressure canning, because I've made enough of it that we're going to go ahead and put it cooking and stuff some more in the pressure canner. As you can see, I've got my funnel, I've got my quart-sized jar, and we'll probably only use about one of these a month. You know, but let's go ahead and get this going. Oh God, that looks so good. Look how green that is, how delicious that looks like it's going to be. Well, I tell you what, it took a little bit of work and stuff because of the process that goes on. Only a couple of hours, but this is what we're going to go ahead and pressure can today. Now we have more for tonight that we're going to go ahead and put over our pork chops and stuff. Now what we're going to do is that I'm going to wipe down the lip of this jar because we want to go ahead and get a good seal going on. So that's all done. There you go, Nene. There's another mess for you to clean up on me. Now we have our lid that we're going to put on there. We're going to go ahead and take our screw top. We're going to put that in there. We've got our pressure canner that's already got the water in there. Here's the thing about pressure cookers and stuff, is that if you just put your jars in there and you don't seal them up properly, I mean, if you crank them down, they might explode on you. But at the same time, if you use just plain water, guess what? Your jars, by the time you're done, they're going to come out looking milky. I don't feel like I want to clean the darn things. Now, so what I do is I go ahead and put some vinegar in there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cook this now, and I'm going to put my timer on for about 60 minutes. And once that's done, by golly, I tell you what, this is going to be some good stuff, and it's not that soupy stuff that you find in the cans. And it's got some flavor to it. All right, she's back from coming out of the pressure canner, our green chili sauce. We're going to be able to use this for our tamales, our enchiladas. I can put it on my eggs. We can do a lot of different things with this stuff. Now, being in a pressure cooker, you know, for that amount of time, now I've got one jug that's already sitting in the refrigerator being cooled down, because guess what? We're going to put that on some pork chops tonight. But I want you to take a look at this. And I got my handy dandy jar grabber and stuff. She's still cooking. We're going to let that sit for about 16 to 18 hours and stuff and cool off. So if you like what we've done today, by golly, I tell you what, go down below. You'll find a like button. You'll find a subscribe button. If you want to go ahead and learn some more recipes, go ahead and follow us on social media. Because I'm going to tell you what, I got a lot more recipes that we're wanting to share with you folks. Let's get back to the old ways. In the meantime, guess what? Cowboy Vittles, come and get 'em.